Belief. What you believe will come true. If you believe enough and you do everything in your power to create, to take steps to get there, it's going to happen. Actually, even if you believe it's going to happen no matter what, we tend to choose, without realizing we're choosing, to have thoughts we don't want to have situations happen that we don't want to have, and we worry about it, and we think about it, and we create it. It manifests in some way. Usually it's dead on for what we're worrying about, but sometimes it comes out in other ways. Worry is a poison that you create for yourself, and we worry a lot, and we're given a lot to worry about. Right now, the financial situation is like huge, everybody, you go anywhere and everybody's talking about it. They're all wanting you to prepare for it. They're all wanting you to, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, I'm just saying that that's creating a worry thought. And if you don't know how to control your thoughts, you're going to get stuck in that worry thought. And we need not worry. Have faith that things are going to work out. Believe that things are going to work out. And I know faith became a religious thing, but it doesn't have to be. It just means the opposite of worry. Know that things are going to work out. Everything is always turning out the way it's supposed to turn out, no matter what. And if you believe that you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay. Life is so important, and you get to choose it. You get to choose who you want to be. Whatever you believe is true. The stories you tell, the things that you're thinking, all are true because you believe them. But if you change your story and you change the outlook on how you see things and you start believing differently, then that will be true too. It's like there's so many, like Jim Carrey, for instance, he would, before he became a star, he would go to the richest place and hang out and go, that's mine, that's mine. He knew that that's where he was going to be, that he was going to own a house like that, and he was going to own a car like that. And he just knew, he believed so passionately that this was going to happen for him. And it doesn't matter what it is. When you start having fear thoughts, you're going to get more to be fearful of. So start having belief thoughts. Start having faith thoughts. Start telling better stories for yourself, because you're worth it. You're worth being okay. You're worth being who you want to be. Believe in yourself, even. That's it's so simple like that. Believe you are who you want to be. The future you. Start thinking about who you will be in that moment when that happens, whatever that thing is. Who will you be? Most of my life I spent unaware that I was responsible for all of it. I look back now and realize, I see the dots, I realize what I contributed to. And I mean, some things happen without our thought process. But maybe they do without, we just aren't even aware of our thought process. I don't know, but I know the more that I'm aware of what I'm thinking, the more I'm aware of how I can handle it. Like for instance, I've been not wanting to do this thing that I'm doing today, and battling myself all the way. And this morning was no different. As I woke up and I went, you know what? No. It's all going to work out. Everything's going to be great. I'm going to do what I want to do. Or whatever happens is going to be wonderful conversations, and I'm going to be with wonderful people, and we're going to be just having a great old time. And that's how it's going to be today. So I changed who I wanted to be in that situation. I chose somebody different. Belief. What we believe, the stories we tell, that's what happens. That's what comes true. There are so many things that when I look back that I used to believe, that I go, what the heck? How? Where? What? And now I know, for me, that I don't need to believe that anymore. I get to choose what I want to believe. I get to choose who I want to be. I'm moving my lemon water over, but I have all these buckets for plants. At one point in time, I believed I could never grow plants. I thought, I don't have a green thumb. Well, I don't, but I do know how to grow plants. Obviously, see my sunflowers behind me. I have plants all over the place, inside and outside, tons of them. So my belief has changed, all because I chose to tell a different story. I am is one of the most important things we could ever tell ourselves. Doesn't matter what it is, if you put I am in front of it, then that's your story. One of my favorite books is all about belief, and it talks about how most of us go about our life thinking that, like I said before, worry thoughts, or creating our own stories around disappointments, and but if you change your stories, so most of us will look at a car we like and go, wow, I really like that. But we won't put in the thought to think, that's mine. I'm going to get one like that, just like that. That's on my list of things I'd like to enjoy. A lot of times we get into either we aren't enough, or we're not worthy, or that it's out of our league, financially, emotionally, mentally. You know, we've been told so long that we can't have good things. So the minute we like something, we don't get ourselves this. My hat is bugging me. I'll take it off. We can't have it, right? And that's not true. We can have absolutely anything. We can do anything. We can be anything. I mean, look at me. For so long, I stopped myself from writing books, right? And even this book that I'm working on now, so many different things happened for me to be able to get to where I am right now. And it is coming out next month, and I'm so excited. But for me, just being told that I had a learning disability and I'd never be able to do anything, going and becoming a counselor. I became an employment counselor in my 30s, and I was told in my 20s that I would not ever be able to do something like that, because I would have to go do a whole bunch of things, and it just went all over the place, and it was from somebody who was actually supposed to be helping me get to my career, but they figured it was going to take way too long. And when you think of it, nothing takes way too long. You can be a doctor in 6 years. Okay, it takes a little longer, but once you get to the point of being a doctor, okay, this is what I'm going to do, all the pre-whatever doctor stuff, you can be a doctor in 6 years. You have a doctorate in 6 years, right? So you can get your master's, you can get your bachelor's, you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can start a business. You can, I have birds yelling at me because I'm not usually up here and I can't see them. But, but they're yelling, squeaking. I'm trying to get a glimpse of them. You can do anything you want to do. Sorry, my distractive mind. You can be anybody you want to be. You don't have to listen to what everybody else said. I wrote Life with Matt, never believed I could do it. And then I got so scared. I published it, but then I got so scared. I told, I did the normal, hey, I'm sending this out there. But I really was really scared of having people read my book. Not that I didn't love the process of it, not that I didn't believe everything in it, not that I didn't think it was a great book. I did, I thought all of that, but I was worried inside myself. For no particular reason, just people would know me, people would see me, people would judge me, which happens anyways. You don't have to do anything and somebody is judging you. You can be the best person in the world and somebody is going to judge you. It doesn't matter. Let them go. Let the judgments go. Who cares? They don't mean anything anyways. Be who you want to be. Believe in yourself. Above all else, believe in who you are. By the time I was in my late 30s, I was an employment counselor, and I was told I never would. I had so many jobs in my life because I was told at a young age that I had a learning disability and I would not be able to have a lot of jobs and I should pick certain jobs. Excuse me. So I kind of believed them, but also kind of wanted to show them I could do it. Don't believe anybody but yourself. You are capable of doing anything you want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Yes, it may take time. Yes, it may take all your strength. Yes, it may take money. It may take having a team of people to help you and push you and drive you. But get with it. Do it. When I was writing Life with Matt, I was also taking care of my parents and my aunt, who was in her late 80s. And I would drive her to and from her dialysis, and while I was there for 4 hours, I would sit there and start writing and reading and writing and reading and writing and editing and going through all the stuff that I want to put in and the stuff that and I was just working like a mad woman wanting to get this done. I always had books, and I mean of my writing, and I just kept writing. The only one who's stopping you is you. Believe in yourself. If you could believe anything, stop believing in the worries, because you're believing anyways. That's the biggest thing. Most of us don't even realize. When we're putting on our negative coat, when we're putting on our worry coat, when we're putting on I'm not going to forgive coat, when we're putting on the attitude coat, when we're putting on whatever it is, we're believing the story we are telling. And the stories you tell are the ones you're living. So I wrote a book, I'm an author, but for the longest time, I didn't even tell anybody that. I would still be stuck on, oh, what am I? Well, I'm an author. Come on. I wrote a book. I'm writing a second book. I'm a course creator. I'm a coach. I'm a counselor. I'm a mom. There's so many things that you are already that you don't give yourself credit for. I'm a blogger. I've helped many people just with my posts alone. Just sharing my positive love, compassion, without even realizing it. I've been doing it my whole life without even realizing it. And most of the time it's because people don't respond or don't say anything, or, you know, there'll be the odd people who will like or whatever, but you don't realize, and then somebody will come up and go, oh my gosh, you saved my life. I read your post, I've been following you, I haven't said anything, I stayed in the background, but you really have saved my life just by your posts every day. So I keep doing them every single day because I believe that I'm making a difference. I believe that I'm helping other people. I may not see it, but I am. I am helping people just by being me, just by being positive, just by sending out love, just by creating. I believe this book will be a success. I believe my day today is going to be amazing. I believe that whatever happens today, it's going to just go smooth. And everybody's going to be loving and kind and compassionate and caring. And that's going to be big. You get to believe whatever it is you want to believe. You get to be whoever you want to be. You get to do it. If you're wanting that house, no matter where it is or what it is, no matter the price of it, it's yours. Just believe. See yourself in that house. Talk to yourself about being in that house. Sit by the fireplace if there is one. Create wonderful food in the kitchen. Go for walks in the yard. Take your dog for walks on the street that hardly has anybody on it. You get to choose you. You get to believe in you. You get to be you. Today, start telling better stories. You're believing anyways, so get rid of all the worry. Get rid of it all. It doesn't even exist anyways. If you're worried about not paying your rent, instead believe that your rent is going to be paid. If you're worried, or mortgage or whatever. If you're worrying about not having enough money for food, believe that there is money for food. See it in your bank account. See it there. If you believe that, or if you worry that that relationship's going to go sour, believe that either another one's coming in, or that you're both going to go separate lovingly, or believe that it's all going to work out no matter which way it works out, that you're going to be okay. If you have an ailment, a health issue, a disability, believe everything's going to work out. No longer worry about it. Because when you're worrying, you're creating more and more to worry about, first of all. Second of all, you're creating so much issues in your own body. Let it go. Let it go and start allowing yourself to be who you want to be. Because you're worth it. You deserve to believe in you. You deserve to believe that everything is going to work out. You deserve to believe, to see the greatness in your life. So instead of worrying, look around for the gratitude. Look around, look at my sunflowers. Look at my flowers down there. Be grateful. Become grateful for something instead. Believe everything is going to work out, and start seeing the good in your life. Start becoming grateful. Start falling in love with your life. Start putting a smile on your own face. Start being grateful every morning. Wake up, become grateful, change your thoughts, choose who you're going to be that day. And even if it's in the middle of the day that you're watching this and you're like, oh wait, I have to wait a whole day. No, right now, start now. Start now and change your thoughts. Change your thoughts right now. Change them to gratitude. Go start a gratitude journal. Start a journal every day, writing whatever it is you want to write. Write all the similarities that you see, the cool things that pop up, like like similar numbers. Like the other day, I saw 1212, and then when I came back, I saw 1221, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. I didn't time it to be exactly 10 minutes later, or 11 or 9 minutes later, I guess, but whatever it was. I chose I was just doing my stuff and then saw it and went, wow, that was magical. To me, that's magical, seeing the same number, right? 33 or 55 or 1212. So you get to choose you no matter who comes for a visit, Mr. B, or Matthew, my oldest son, who has disability, and he's on the spectrum. And there are some days where it's great and he has no problem with anything, and then there are some days where he gets annoyed. So he just came out and was annoyed with a situation. So before, I would have been frustrated, not in control of me, worried, stressed, and all that. And now I just tell him, it's okay, you can take care of it. Not a big deal. You get to choose you in every moment, no matter what it is you're going through. So choose the best you. Choose who you want to be, and keep going with that. Keep doing it. You are so important in your own life. You don't even understand. We've been taught to make everybody else happy, and the only person we were supposed to make happy is ourselves. We've been taught to create, to be compassionate, which we definitely should be compassionate, and we should be loving, and we should, help others to be as happy. But it's their choice if they want to be happy. It's not on us anymore. We need to make us happy. And if they're happy because we're happy, that's great. And if they're not happy because we're happy, that's okay too. We don't have to even worry about them. Keep doing you. Keep being who you want to be. Keep creating who you want to be. I talk about forgiveness, and I just want to add this in here because I've heard so many people talk about, I don't have to forgive. And you are absolutely right. You do not have to forgive. But the only one that is sitting in the unforgiving state is you. And you can't get to being that happy until you forgive. It's not holding on to anything when you forgive. When you forgive, you're just taking off a dirty coat. I wish more people understood this. And I know there's a lot of people who it's such a big thing that you can just move on. And you can. But there are so many things that you are bringing with you into your new level because you're not forgiving. You'll never ever forget it, but whatever it was that happened to previous you, and not the you are now, and definitely not the you that you're becoming. So forgive or don't forgive, that's up to you. It's just another level of releasing who you are choosing to be. It's all up to you. I forgive because I want to be the lightest I've ever been, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all of it. I don't want to hold anything in my body anymore. I want to let it all go. I want my body to heal. I want me to heal. I want to just be the person I came here to be, which is loving, kind, compassionate, and helping. That's who I want to be. I don't want to ever give up. I believe that everybody is entitled to be who they want to be. And it's funny because I always gave everybody else that, but never myself. I put myself to a higher standard, and I'm allowing myself now to be okay with me in every moment. Love who you are. Believe everything is possible, everything that you want. Stop the worry, stop the complaining, start forgiving if you choose to. And let everything that no longer suits you go. That's the biggest, I don't know. They're all the biggest things. But letting go, man, It's like, imagine carrying, this is like big for me because I never realized how much I was holding on to until I came face to face with it. And I fell down a rabbit hole. I thought I had forgiven. I thought I had let go. I thought I had dealt with a whole bunch of stuff until I realized I didn't. So this is how I'm going to explain it. So when you're not forgiving, when you're holding on to even just a little bit, the minute something is said, the minute something is done, it will come back. And it did. And if you're not in control of you, everybody else is. And the words hurt. And the vibrations and the feelings create. And it did. And I fell down a rabbit hole. And I'm actually writing about that. That's my next book. And you end up in a place where you do not even know you. No longer. You no longer know who you are. You're like completely a different person because now you've been telling the stories of this instead of the stories that you want to tell, because you're not aware that you were triggered. You're not even aware what a trigger is. You're not even aware of your thoughts, and you're not even caring to change them now because you're so mad because of that one thing that was said. So you're carrying it over and over instead of letting it go. Like I said, you're holding on to imagine holding on to a grocery bag. And, you know, at first it's not that heavy. And then you're adding more and more stuff. And more stuff. And more stuff. And more stuff. And it's really heavy now. But you're not wanting to let it go. Even when you get home, you're not willing to put this down. You're holding on to this. And you're not letting it go. You're not letting it go. And you're not letting it go. And you're not letting it go. That's kind of what forgiveness is too. It doesn't matter on what it was, what it started off being. You've now created this huge, and I'm holding a huge grocery bag of heavy groceries, and you are not putting it down. So this is what's happening emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of it. You are creating this huge, but now because you haven't put it all away, it's all rotten and gross and smells disgusting and just as heavy as ever. Even more so, maybe. Let it go. Forgive for you, not them. They can't feel it anymore. It's so big because I didn't even realize this part. It's like if you're not forgiving, then they're still accountable, right? No, they stopped being accountable once you took it on, because then it became your problem and they're not taking that problem anymore. They probably don't even see it as a problem. It's not that big of a deal. Doesn't mean you need to have them back in your life. Definitely not. That's not what forgiveness is about. Forgiveness is just letting it go. So you don't have to carry it around anymore. End of story. That's what forgiveness is. You're holding on to it. That means you're holding on to the grudge and the yuck and all that stuff. Who has time for that anymore? Believe that you are setting yourself free. And you get to be the better person for you, not for anybody else, but for you. You get to be your best self because you're able to let go of all this crap. It's up to you, 100%. Start believing everything is working out instead of believing that things aren't working out and worrying about it. You get to choose. Believe. Believe in you. I do. I love you.